Hey, it's Kyle. I'm going to talk about getting asked for a contract in a first meeting yesterday. So, yesterday we had a first meeting with a prospect that we had very low expectations on. It was someone in the healthcare space in an area that typically don't have money and are very conservative. And they asked us for a contract in the first meeting. It reminds me of some of the early days of agency.com where we would go to a pitch and we would just have what we thought was a basic conversation. And by the time we got back to the office, we would have won the contract. And that happened a number of times. And it was baffling almost every time. And there's nothing better than, when you go into a meeting with little or negative expectations. This is going to be a waste of my time. And it turns out to be a great conversation with great people, and you win business. There's nothing better in the world. So what's the lesson in it? The lesson is the meeting started out very much talking about who we were as people. In fact, the client initiated it. He was waiting for a colleague to show up and said, "Why don't you tell me about your backgrounds?" And so Monique and I did that. Then his colleague showed up and she sort of did that, but wasn't very comfortable, and then hadn't heard Monique or mine, so we sort of did ours again. Then he did his. And it broke down a lot of the normal barriers of, we're here to sell you something. And then as we talked about Storyvine, we talked about it very much in the context of what we had talked about. The lesson is, it's sort of a classic sales tactic, but it wasn't so much a tactic at this point. It was, get the other people talking. But what it really means is connect with the other person, empathetically engage with the people that you're talking to. And then on top of that, we were prepared when the conversation turned to pricing and how does it work and how do we work with you. We had the answers right there, and we kind of know where our price points are at this point that resonate. And we put the pricing out there, said, here's how it works. And he said, do you have a standard contract? And so we're going to prepare a contract and hopefully be in contract within a week or so. So it doesn't get any better than that.